Come again.
Hello, and welcome to the American Massage Conference pre-conference interview series. I'm Felicia Brown, and I'll be your host for this interview and series. This is the first of several interviews with the presenters and experts who are appearing at the American Massage Conference, which is being held in May of 2011, that's the 20th through 22nd, in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Our special guest today is Mandy Lane of Top Massage Tables. Today, Mandy and I will be talking about how to make the most out of a trade show. But first, a little bit about Mandy. Mandy has over 19 years' experience in web technologies and over 15 years of experience in the area of e-commerce retail. As the owner of Top Massage Tables, she is responsible for operational management and business development. Top Massage Tables is a national provider of massage tables, massage chairs, and bodywork equipment. The company supplies this equipment to professional massage therapists, spas, gyms, medical clinics, and the U.S. military. Today, as I said, Mandy and I will be talking about how to make the most out of a trade show. Mandy, welcome to the American Massage Conference pre-conference interview series. It's so great to have the opportunity to talk with you today about how to make the most out of a trade show.
Thanks, Felicia. I'm excited to be a part of the American Massage Conference and the pre-conference interview series.
Well, we're delighted to have you here. And I'd really like to just jump right into our topic because I know our listeners are really curious about this subject. So tell me your thoughts on how someone can make the most out of going to a trade show.
Well, I mean, to me, there's a couple of different aspects. I think of it like a triangle. There's education, which is what you typically think you're buying when you're buying your ticket to the trade show, networking, and then business opportunities, ranging from research and discovery of products and equipment to Massage Envy will be there, talking about franchise opportunities, the first ever national massage therapy job career fair, and then just not to mention getting to meet so many people face to face and experience them in person, seeing techniques in person, talking to other people who are in the same industry as you. It's just amazing. I mean, really, you can't replace that experience any other way than just going to a big meeting of the minds like a national convention offers.
Well, I so agree with you. And for someone that, you know, they've never been to a trade show, they just really don't know how to get the best value out of their time or how to make sure that they're meeting the right people or taking the right classes. And that's kind of what we're talking about today and why we're expanding this topic. You know, it's important when you spend a lot of money on something that you really feel like it was a good experience. And I certainly want to have everyone at the American Massage Conference to have a great experience, as I know all of the organizers do. So that's why we're here.
Absolutely, and you want to maximize your investment. What I like to do when I'm going to a trade show is I'm a big planner, so I like to plan it out. Plus, it makes it a little exciting, kind of like going on vacation and planning what you're going to do while you're on vacation. So with a trade show, first I look at the classes they're offering, and I pick out the classes that I think will add the most to my business and my professional development. I pick the classes that I think will help expand me as a professional, help me offer new and better skills. And at the American Massage Conference, they're offering a number of business-related classes too, which, especially in such a tight economy, can help with ideas for marketing and business development. The second thing I do is I look at the trade show floor. Who's going to be there exhibiting? Who's going to be selling their products? Is there anything I need? You get great deals at trade shows. So it's a good time to make investments if you are thinking about making investments, and also to look at what kind of products and services are out there to invest in, whether or not you buy it at the show. You then know that that's available for you and who to buy it from if you have that opportunity to expand your business in that way on down the line. And third and finally, it's a great networking opportunity. So I actually plan that in advance as well. I think about who do I want to meet, who do I want to talk to, and I actually will try and schedule that ahead of time with those people. A lot of people in the massage industry are active in social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, the Massage and Body Workers forum, and so some of us have friends that we've never even met before. It's a good opportunity to meet those people in advance, schedule a lunch with them, plan to go to a class with them, also maybe there's products that you're interested in, you've seen, plan to go and meet those vendors. Some of the experts that you might have been reading articles about or seeing in the trade publications, they'll be at the show. You can plan to meet them as well. So I actually do this. I do it on paper. I lay it out, what classes I'm going to, what products and vendors do I want to meet, and what people and experts do I want to meet. And then if I can actually make appointments with them ahead of time, send them a quick email or message, give them a call, then I'll do that as well. So that's kind of my going into it strategy.
Well, I think that's great, and I'll tell you, with the advent of social media, we meet so many people online these days. They become our virtual friends, and trade shows are actually a great place to connect with some of those folks. It's not just the people you went to school with or people that you have a connection with who live in other areas, but those virtual friends can actually become real life friends. I've had that happen to me a number of times, and some of them have sought me out as the expert, and in other cases, I've been the one that sought them out as the expert. So it's a great way to cement some friendships while you're learning and getting some fantastic deals on equipment and products.
And it's fun too, isn't it cool when you've seen pictures and chatted online and shared ideas, and then you see them in person? I mean,
oh yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
It's great to actually put a live body with that Facebook fan or that profile picture you've seen.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned, Mandy, a few things about how you plan your path at the trade show, so to speak. Some things that I think people can do about keeping from being overwhelmed by too many choices is to really take a look at things ahead of time, like you said. Now, you like to walk the trade show floor all at once and see what it is that you want to see, and I will sometimes do that, but I'm personally more inclined to look at the list of booths ahead of time and really ask myself, okay, what is it that I'm here for? What are my goals for the trade show itself? Am I here because I need a new spa product, or because I want to learn a new technique, or am I here because I want to meet a specific individual or connect with a particular manufacturer that I'm already doing business with? So I would say, have a list of goals of things that you want to accomplish for this trade show, and then start with that when you start walking around the show, because it's very easy to get sidetracked with so many things going on. So start with with what your most important goals are, and then go from there. And then you can add those distractions in, but make sure you accomplish what you set out to do at the trade show first.
That's a great idea. Speaking of the trade show floor, I sometimes get overwhelmed with all the products and equipment there at the show floor. I mean, how do you navigate that network?
Well, as I said, I really start with goals, and I like to get, when I first arrive at the trade show, I like to get a guide. I know that there's going to be a media guide ahead of time, and you can certainly go to the AmericanMassageConference.com website or Facebook page to learn more about who exactly is going to be there. But I would do a little bit of research and see, who is it that is interesting to me before I actually get on that floor. Because as I said, it's kind of like the Internet. Once you get on there, you can get distracted and pulled off task really easily. And so if you have a few key people that you absolutely have to see, then you can mark those in your show guide, or you can have a list of vendors that you want to connect with ahead of time. And as you mentioned, I think it's a great idea if there are particular people that you want to connect with. Maybe there is a table manufacturer like you, for example. Somebody wants to come and see you, Mandy, then maybe they should send you an email and say, hey, I'm going to be there. Are you taking appointments, or is there a good time for me to stop by for us to chat for a few minutes? In the case of someone wanting to talk with me, perhaps they have questions about how to market their business more properly. Then if they wanted to do that with me at the trade show, it would be best for them to probably try and set an appointment rather than hoping they catch me wandering wandering here and there or getting 5 minutes to talk to me after the class that I'm teaching. So, and everybody has their own style, but I would say the bottom line is you want to be organized. Have some thoughts about everything before you get there.
So speaking of organization, I'm flying to Atlanta, and a lot of the attendees will be flying to Atlanta. These flights are so persnickety with how much you can bring. A lot of people might be wondering why they even should buy products at the trade show instead of when they get back home logging online. Any thoughts on that?
Well, people will be amazed. If you've never been to a trade show before, you will be surprised at the deals that you can get. I know that the vendors at this particular conference are going to be ready to sell. They want to give exposure to their products, and they really want, especially the products that have been shown or demonstrated in classes, they really want to give attendees the opportunity to try these things out at a good price. They're looking to win business and make new customers and also to provide a great value to the conference attendees. So waiting until you get home to purchase a product could actually end up costing you. Oftentimes you'll have show specials that it's a show-only deal. So if you wait to purchase when you get home, you could end up spending 40, 50, who knows how much more, percentage more on those products or that equipment. And in some cases, and particularly if someone's driven to the trade show, they can walk right out the door with that table that they saw. Perhaps the vendor has a display that they're using in the show that they don't want to have to send back home. And so they're more willing to give a better deal on those display pieces that they brought or those show samples. And you can really walk away with some tremendous savings.
And I know personally, because we sell Top Massage Tables sells equipment, when we're at trade show floors, we usually offer free shipping. And if it's something that we're not able to ship for free, we can ship it to you for, very, very cost-effective pricing. So, and it's not just my company. I mean, if you're going to a trade show floor, all of the vendors who are at the American Massage Conference or other trade shows, they would be prepared for being able to ship the products home. So if there's anything that an attendee saw that they were interested in ordering but didn't want to carry back, just talk to the vendors and they can get it home for you and ship it to you.
Well, that's great to know, Mandy, because I know a lot of people will have a concern about that. I mean, even if they brought a vehicle with them, it could be filled with people. I'm sure lots of people will be carpooling, driving into Atlanta, and they may just not have room even in their car to take back a massage table or a hot stone kit or whatever it is that they have purchased, and so they might be afraid of actually making that purchase. But if there are affordable or even free shipping options available, then that's really a big bonus, and I think will encourage everyone to purchase what it is that they want at the show.
So obviously, getting great deals on products is a great reason to come to a show, but really at the end of the day, people are going for educational and networking opportunities. And so here's my question. There's so many opportunities for online education. In your opinion, why would I even bother flying all the way down to Atlanta when I could just sign up for an online course and get similar CEUs that way?
Well, in my opinion, Mandy, there's just nothing that replaces that in-person experience. And certainly for people in our profession in the massage therapy industry, we're touchy-feely. And we like that connection, I think. And sometimes, even though I teach online courses, in fact, I'm doing an online coaching group right now, there's something to be said about having that eye-to-eye contact and that in-person experience. You just almost, it's really difficult to replicate. So from that perspective, just from the individual classes, not only do you get to meet the instructor in person and really experience who they are, not just hear them through an online broadcast, but you also get to meet other people that are in that room for the same reasons you are. They have the same challenges or the same things that they want to learn, and so it can be a great bonding experience as well as a collaborative learning experience. I really believe that we all learn from each other, and I know when I teach, I'll always tell my students, I'm here to guide the class, and I'm the quote-unquote expert, but I don't know everything, and you guys have as much to share with me and with each other as I do. So I really encourage that, and sometimes that's missed in online opportunities. I've been to a number of webinars lately where it's very one-dimensional and one-sided, where questions aren't, there's no conversation. It's just the presenter presenting their topic, and at best you might have some typed-in questions, but there's no conversation. And I think that that can leave things feeling a little bit flat at times. And certainly with a hands-on class, where you can watch it in live person, I guess, you can actually go up and touch that model, and you can look at the exact angle of the presenter's hands. You can have them put their hands on your hands to show you how the technique should be done. You just can't compare that to online education. But to me, really the human connection within the class is tremendous. And beyond that, that networking opportunity with the people in the class, as well as the rest of the people at the show, I think is incredibly valuable. I've made great friends by attending trade shows in person. For years, I would say I was sort of frugal about it, let's put it that way, where I would just attend the minimal shows when I needed education. And now I've really found that I love going to shows. It's true, I'm an educator, but I really love going to shows because I really enjoy the camaraderie and the networking aspect, and I believe you might have said earlier, the business opportunity aspect. Some people in our profession, and I'll say massage therapy and body worker is kind of a lump category, but some people just want to be a technician. That's what they love, that's all they want to do, and that's great. And there are great networking opportunities there. But for those of us that have a desire beyond that want to become educators, or maybe like you want to become a vendor, then going to these shows takes on an added dimension, because the networking opportunities there for developing your secondary business, what you're going to evolve into, are huge and just simply can't be replaced. So I think there are a lot of reasons to do this instead of just online education. At the American Massage Conference in particular, there are a lot of benefits that I just have to talk about. First of all, in Atlanta this year, it's the first ever American Massage Conference. And I think that is a terribly exciting thing to be a part of, and I really want to see it just sold out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's an incredible value. Only $40 gets attendees access to 25 free one-hour CE classes. That's unheard of. And they're fabulous presenters. So every one of those one-hour classes is going to be worth way more than that $40 that is paid. Beyond that, the conference has over 100 hours of continuing education, and that $40 that you pay gets you access to the trade show, where there are going to be many, many top massage product manufacturers, equipment manufacturers, and vendors. So those are some tremendous opportunities. Beyond that, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can tell you that having attended other conferences organized by this group, it's going to be a blast, and they do whatever they can to make it fun. So that includes giving away thousands of dollars in door prizes, hosting a free student day with a Smart from the Start presentation, providing a Saturday night gala with food, drinks, and live entertainment. And I can rest assured, or you can rest assured, that there'll be dancing there. I'll be leading the crowd. Anybody that's been at a conference with me knows that. And there's also a couple of exciting things. First of all, there's going to be a massage therapy job fair. And Mandy, you know more about this than I do, but the first ever national massage therapy job fair, which is going to be on the 22nd. I believe it starts at 1 o'clock. And it's going to showcase national, state, and local employers. So there's opportunity for anybody that's at the conference to find employment or network with possible employers. And then, of course, if people are students and they're coming into this, as I mentioned, there's the free student day, but there's also a free full-day class on how to pass the MBLEX or the NCB TMB exam with Laura Allen, who is masterful in this class. And not only is she going to be teaching this free full-day class, but she's also going to be providing attendees with a free copy of the book on the same subject that's donated by her publisher, Lippincott. So it's an amazing amount of stuff that's coming up with this conference. And all of that with the conference prices being so affordable and having affordable hotel rates at only $121 a night, I just don't know how it could be a better deal. So I hope that answers your question. I may have rambled on a bit, but can you tell I'm excited?
I am too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing my friends that I only get to see every now and then when we all get together for these national conventions, and for some really great learning opportunities. I think it's going to be great.
I think so too. I really can't wait. I could just go on and on about it, but the bottom line is that attending a trade show can be a lot of fun. It can bring a lot of value to your business. It can propel you in terms of technique and business education into the career and business success that you want to have. It can provide you with business networking opportunities that you may not have even realized existed. And it's all tax deductible, guys. You can, whether it's this conference or another conference, every time you're doing something to better your education and to build your business, it's a tax write-off. So I think that it's a fantastic opportunity to grow and to develop your skills and to get away and have some fun and write it off. So why not go to a trade show and why not come to the American Massage Conference?
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, Mandy, are there any other thoughts that you have about things that we haven't talked about that you think are important for our attendees and potential attendees to know about the trade show or the American Massage Conference in particular?
Well, one time when we were chatting, you had brought up a concept that I just thought was really a unique and fun way to think of a trade show, and that was the idea of you said a trade show. The only reason you go to a trade show is for business opportunities. I thought, well, that's really interesting because a lot of people think of it more as just education, or in my case, I think of it as marketing / product sales as a vendor, obviously. But for business opportunity, that's so interesting to me because all of us here in the massage therapy industry are small business owners, at least a lot of us. There's a few massage envies out there, but the vast majority of us are just small businesses trying to make it in a very tough environment, doing what we love to do. I'd really like to hear what you have, your thoughts and your insight on that.
Well, as I said, some people have that, I don't know if ambition is the right word, but they have a vision of their business beyond being a practitioner. But even if someone is, quote, unquote, just a practitioner, and I certainly don't mean that in any kind of a bad way. Some people, that is their love, their passion, and that's where they belong and want to be. And I think that's awesome. But for people who are practitioners only, as well as for instructors and educators, there are some amazing business opportunities that can come along. Just as an example, this wasn't from a trade show. It was actually from one of my coaching programs recently, but I think it's a great example. And so I have two people in my class, or in my first group, and as they start talking, they realize that even though there were people from all over the country in this group program, they happen to live pretty close to each other in Minnesota. And so as a result of being in my class, they decided to get together and help each other, with their businesses, just to go, visit each other and become trade partners. So a business opportunity can be something as simple as finding a new trade partner or finding someone in your area that can be a mentor or that you can mentor each other, or perhaps someone that you cooperatively advertise with, or maybe you refer clients to each other. And sometimes, believe it or not, you meet these people at trade shows and not in your own backyard. In fact,
it's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Laura Allen and I were just in Miami a few weeks ago, and we'll be doing an interview with her in the coming weeks. She and I were just in Miami a couple of weeks ago, and we were laughing because the last two times we have seen each other, One was in Miami. That was in January. And the other was in June, I think, at another conference in Kentucky. We live in North Carolina, both of us, but we never see each other here. We see each other out of state. And so that just goes to show you that people who are in your own backyard, I mean, we're a few hours from each other, but people who are in your own backyard you may not ever run across until you go to a conference. And, you know, she and I have worked on a number of collaborative things over the years. And so you could have that same sort of thing happen as an individual practitioner or perhaps a clinic or spa owner, an educator, a manufacturer or product inventor. These types of things can come up. So it could be, you know, if you're a product manufacturer / massage therapist, maybe you link up with a distributor that's going to carry your product. Or maybe you find someone who wants to host your classes at their school. I mean, the opportunities are really endless. I think the bottom line is that you have to be open to them and be willing to explore the possibilities and get out there and meet people. And with the networking events provided at the American Massage Conference, there'll be plenty of opportunities to do that. And to get to know people on a social level, there's something really special about that. I mean, it's one thing when it's all business and it's work. You know, we get to know someone's technical ability or their expertise. But when you can kind of get to know them on a personal level, you can say, oh, you know, this person's cool. I like them, and I think I would really like to work with them on a more regular basis. So to me, that's kind of what I'm saying about the business opportunities. You just don't know where they can come from, and don't think that because you're traveling far away from home, they won't be there for at-home use.
That's really cool. You know, it's in my own experience, you outlined some of the things that have happened to me at trade shows I didn't even attribute to being a value of having participated in a trade show. For example, I've met collaborative partners that on a regular basis I call and we talk to each other and run our ideas past each other, and some of those have led to some of my most successful marketing campaigns. I've also met new, you know, in the retail industry, we're constantly looking for new and interesting products to sell, and I've met some really interesting and fabulous you know, vendors to add to our line of products. And I think massage therapists could definitely think of it that way in terms of if you're looking for something to add to your practice. Everyone says retail, but where do you get the stuff to sell? Well, certainly the vendors at the American Massage Conference would be able to help you out with that. And then finally, just sales and marketing strategy and planning and seeing how everybody else is working and what they're doing, and just the collaborative nature of a networking environment like the American Massage Conference is business opportunity. I mean, it converts itself in your head to action when you get home, and hence creating opportunity that otherwise wouldn't even be there. So you really got me thinking on that. That's outstanding. Thanks, Felicia.
Oh, good. Well, I hope that other people will think about that and just be open to looking. You know, one thing that we had discussed talking about today and that I definitely don't want to skip over is the common mistakes that people make at trade shows. And I would say that failing to look for opportunities and failing to get out there and meet people would be, you know, at the top of my list. If you go to a trade show and you kind of, I don't know, act like a hermit off to yourself and you don't take business cards with you or take the opportunity to meet people, I think that's a huge mistake. It should be obvious to everyone by now, Mandy and I are all about getting out there and meeting people and looking for the opportunities. But, you know, when you know what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish, then the next step there is to take action to make those goals a reality. And that's why it's important to get out there and be a part. Don't just be an attendee, be a part of the show and really get involved. I know that at this particular conference, there are some great volunteer opportunities. And having worked with the volunteer coordinator that is going to be in Atlanta at the American Massage Conference, I know it's going to be really well organized. So I would say that, you know, a mistake could potentially be not getting involved and not volunteering. If you are looking for a great way to meet people in a maybe lower pressure situation, volunteer at this conference. make sure that that's not a mistake that you make by staying on the sidelines and not getting involved. Any thoughts that you have, Mandy, about something that would be an oops, that was the wrong thing to do, or oops, I shouldn't have forgotten that with trade shows?
Well, I'm kind of laughing to myself because as you went through these mistakes, I was going, oh, yeah, I've done that before.
Uh-oh.
I have been to conferences where I bought a big old fat plane ticket and paid the big old fat, hotel bill and went to the conference, and at the end of the conference hurried up back to my hotel and got on my laptop and did more work. And, that's totally overlooking the whole, you just totally called me out on it, because that's overlooking the whole point of why you're at a trade show, which is to meet other people, to engage in your community, to develop relationships, to develop business opportunities. And when I think back at the history of conferences that I've been to, and the ones that were really good for me and the ones that were not much more than a business trip for me, certainly the ones where I was engaged, where I participated, where I actively met new people, it reminds me of going all the way back to college in a business marketing class I took. I remember my professor saying, when you go to a networking event, have a goal to meet 5 new people, and actually proactively make that an effort, actually proactively make the effort to say, hi, I'm Mandy Lane, I own Top Massage Tables, it's nice to meet you. Mm-hmm. And definitely you just outlined my guiltiest mistakes.
Well, I'll tell you, if we're admitting guilty mistakes here, here's my number one. Oops, I really missed the boat on that. And that is sometimes that I don't do the best job of following up. You meet so many people and you talk to so many people, and it's hard to keep up with everything. And so a mistake that I think a lot of people are guilty of is not following up with the people that they said they would. So my suggestion on that, or something that I have started doing, which works really well for me, is at the end of the day, I take all the business cards that I have collected, and I sit down and write a list in my notebook of what I was supposed to do with that person. Was I supposed to email them? Am I supposed to send them a link to my website, or whatever it was, so that when I get home, I actually, instead of just having a pile of business cards, I have a to-do list, and I know what I'm supposed to do for each and every person that I've met. And if I'm talking with someone maybe that I haven't, they didn't give me a business card, or they don't have one, then I'll try to put that in my notes right then and there. So that's a way I've kind of overcome that mistake.
And along those lines, one of the things I've done at conventions is I've gotten a little notebook. You can get them at Walgreens. There's little spiral-bound notebooks, and I do it on paper, not on my phone or electronically, because for me, in a networking environment, that's a little more casual, a little more natural. And then you have something on you at all times, or you can jot down someone's email, or write yourself a little note, or write down a company name you kind of like, or a book that you want to look up, or because it's not just people. In terms of following up after the convention, I come away with so many ideas, and again, you nailed it, because I can't tell you how many of those ideas probably I know just didn't get followed up on, and were a lost opportunity at the end of the day instead of a maximized opportunity.
Right, most definitely. Well, I tell you, after talking to you today, I'm even more excited about the conference, and I know that our listeners are probably chomping at the bit to get details on how to be a part and how to attend this show. So if you don't have any other closing thoughts, Mandy, then I think I'd like to share that information with everybody and bid adieu for our conversation. Anything else before we finish?
It's been a lot of fun, and thanks for interviewing me. I'm really excited to be coming to the conference, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I definitely have come away from our conversation today with some good ideas that I'm going to take with me to the American Massage Conference.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the interview with me and taking your time to talk about this with everyone. I know that it's been very valuable. Just as a reminder to everyone who's interested in learning about the American Massage Conference, the show guide will actually make up the center spread of Massage Today, coming out before the conference, and it's going to go out to over 62,000 massage therapists and be available free at the show. So this is going to make it one of the first nationally circulated conference show guides ever in the massage therapy industry, perhaps the first. And if you're a vendor listening in, there are still some good advertising opportunities available. So please contact Sandy Pierce at Massage Today if you want to be in that show guide and get the word out about your service, product, or equipment to the massage therapy community and the American Massage Conference attendees. And I really hope that after today's discussion, everyone listening has found a few good reasons, if not a huge number of good reasons, to attend trade shows, and in particular to attend the American Massage Conference. If you'd like to find out how you can attend the American Massage Conference, which is May 20th through 22nd in Atlanta, Georgia, or to meet myself or Mandy, and attend the classes with the amazing presenters at this year's event, please visit the official conference website at www.americanmassageconference.com. We also invite you to stay connected with the American Massage Conference on Facebook. That's www.facebook.com/American Massage Conference. On behalf of the American Massage Conference and Massage Therapy Radio, I am Felicia Brown, and I want to thank you again for tuning into this broadcast of the American Massage Conference pre-conference interview series. Please remember to check back here for upcoming interviews each week between now and May 20th. In the meantime, we look forward to seeing you all in Atlanta in May. Thanks so much for being here today, and have a fabulous day.
Come again.
Let there be plenty, plenty. Let there be plenty love.